Hey, 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 I am Brianna Harmon, and this is the Millennial Mommies Club, an original podcast dedicated to all of the millennial mommies out there killing the game. Whether you are single, married, or expecting, this is the place to be during your 15 minutes of downtime. Welcome to the Millennial Mommies Club.
I'm a fun mom.
I am a patient mom.
I am a conscious mom.
I'm a creative mom.
I'm a millennial mom.
What's up, mamas, and welcome back to another amazing episode of the Millennial Mommies Club on Ebony, covering Black America Podcast Network. Listen, Fro Babies is in the building. You've already seen the Instagram. I'm sure you're using the products. Kanika Milton-Alston, like literally, how are you doing, beautiful?
I am doing very well. Fresh off of one music fest, so the voice is a little raspy, but another one for the books.
And a great time.
Yeah.
A great time.
We had a time last
night. Listen, I had a great time at One Music Fest as well, but you literally have 20 years plus experience in education, teaching children that have autism or on the spectrum. Not only that, you are a beauty enthusiast. You have Fro Babies for not only hair care products, but for our children who have a different style, texture of hair. Tell me just where it all began. I know. Tell me where it started. Something.
So much. Fro Babies wasn't planned.
Okay.
I had just finished my master's in educational leadership and administration. I was teaching, and my plan was to go up the ranks to emancipate Black folks that are disproportionately placed in special ed. That's what I was doing.
Okay. Not only that, you're an HBCU grad.
Hampton University.
Hampton. I'm a rattler, but I'm gonna let Hampton get a little shine today.
Let the pirates pirate, baby. The pirates go pirate.
Yes.
So I had a dream one night, and literally Fro Babies came to me in the form of a dream. And so, it was a really profound dream. I roll over, Google the word Fro Babies. The word didn't exist, but the dream was so substantial that I got the Instagram, Facebook to it. Like, I got everything. And then I've just been going down this, I just call it like a spiritual rabbit hole ever since. Yeah. And it's manifesting into what you all see.
And a million subscribers and people following that Instagram, supporting it. I follow it and I use it for me and my girls, most definitely. But I have to put this disclaimer out, everybody. She doesn't have kids, but you have kids because you have 20 years plus experience teaching these kids.
Yes.
Not to say that they're different, but they have a little more support that they need.
Absolutely.
Where did that even trigger to where you started working with kids who have autism?
So again, I was at Hampton for undergrad, and I had an education class, and the professor said that Black men are disproportionately placed in special ed. And we were also having a conversation about the school-to-prison pipeline. So it shook me and put some fire under me. Not us. We're not going to do all that. And so I just made it my personal mission to, create an environment where children that don't need to be in special ed are not going to be in there. Yeah. And that those that are getting the appropriate support. Yeah. There's a very high turnover rate for special ed teachers because it's a very hard job. And then there's also a support piece that people don't take into account that the parents need.
Let's talk about that aspect. Now, people think autism is a look, or everybody thinks it's something. I'm not going to say everybody, but some people think that it's like Down syndrome, or you are somebody completely different. That parent support is huge because it takes time and patience with those kids.
It takes so much, and we're all different, essentially, and there's also a spectrum. So you can be on one end of the rainbow and, be able to hear change drop on the ground and count it. And then you may be on the other end of the spectrum where you're completely nonverbal.
And those are the kids you work with, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I work with children that are preschool age, preschool autism, girl. They're my babies.
So they got a place in your heart. Now, what advice do you give to those moms that may have children that they're seeing signs or wondering, how can I support them, or what can I do at home to assist you guys in the classroom teaching their kids?
Language-rich environments are really important. They're little people. They're growing, they're changing, and we all go through phases and stages. So just being attentive to their the nuances of their personalities, their aversions. I definitely also advise parents to give themselves grace.
We say that word a lot here.
Give yourself grace and know that just like everything else, nobody has shit figured out. Like, we don't have it figured out. And you can't compare one child to another child.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of see what works for your baby, whatever that looks like, and whatever works, do that.
Yeah, and you've seen all different kinds of babies that are on that spectrum to be able to know how to work with them, how to navigate their skill set and help them get to the next level. What are some of those difficulties that you may have experienced when working with some of these babies?
I mean, there's just such a range. A lot of times they have low muscle tone. They have challenges with sound, so sensory is an issue. They may not want to touch certain things. They may not like the way fabric feels or sounds, or there may be a song that sets them off. It could be a color. It could be anything.
Yeah.
You asked something else, your last question. I wanted to also add a developmental pediatrician asexually. Because a lot of times what happens is, because it's not a look, you may see a child in the grocery store and they just may be misbehaving.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, they just need their ass whooped. And that's not quite always the answer. Like, that's not the answer, right?
Yeah.
It really may be because they're having a meltdown because they were triggered by something, right? But they may be talking fine and you may not you may think that it's just like a behavioral issue or that they're spoiled and it really could be autism. So going to a developmental pediatrician is really helpful for that, because typically when you see a pediatrician, you go in, they look them over.
Oh, he good. She can go home.
Or they sick, all right, here goes some Motrin.
Yep.
And you going about, put some tussin on it, and you going about your business, right?
Yeah.
But a developmental pediatrician is more experienced in those milestones, and they're, can help. Yeah.
Now, I want to take a step back to what I said about you not having kids. You were married.
Yes.
And being married, why weren't there any babies popping up?
Well, we had fertility issues.
Okay.
I thought it was me. And so I started the fertility process so that I could get IVF, so that I could make the thing, right? Pop out a baby. And during that process, I found out that it was not me and that he had fertility issues.
Wait, pause there. Because usually it is the woman that we hear about with the fertility issues, and never too often do we hear the man. Was that a difficult time for your marriage?
Girl, they were slipping me. People would be calling me to the side like, you just kind of need to cock your leg up. You got to like put a little bit more hip in that thing. I'm like, no, I'm the hips is hipping.
Yes, I'm working my back.
I'm doing what I can. I mean, they'd be like, here's a special brew for you. Here's the tea. Try this. It was a challenge. It was hard.
Yeah.
Bless him, bless us. We're still really good friends. We had also been together for damn near 20 years.
Wow.
So we just were different people, and we just decided to go our own way. But yeah, it was a struggle.
How did you guys fight through that through the marriage? Because there's some women out there who may be the ones having the fertility issue, if not the man. And I could see that being beef. Like, what's happening?
It was like, are you going to go, we're going to get a donor? What are we going to do? And by the time he was receptive to it, I was done. I was over it. It was, because I really, really wanted a child. And here I am childless. Now I'm like, maybe I should have stayed and thugged it out because I still ain't got no child. But it all worked out like it was supposed to.
So why is it now that you say you don't have any children yet?
So I'm 43.
And I look good, honey. Look good.
Thank you. I just, I've been lifing by myself. I don't know that I have to follow the rule of, like, do I have to have kids? Do I have to, like, have a house, 2 kids, a garage, and a dog, and a fence? No, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Now, I am accepting applications for gently used baby daddies.
Gently used. Any gently used baby daddies out there? My sister's calling your name, so let her know.
So, I'm not anti. I think for me, it would be more so about, like, what you want to maybe having an arrangement and deciding it. But I don't, deciding with my person or whoever I want to procreate with.
Yeah.
And we are intentional, like, let's do this. But I don't have to, like, be with you.
Right.
Like, we don't have to be, like, in a committed monogamous relationship. Take care of your child and let's, be dope separately and bring a dope
You think
human.
you could do that?
I don't know.
Oh.
I might, but I might not. But I don't know what I'm doing. I ain't got the answers.
Yeah.
I'm just practicing.
And that's okay, though, because some women are truly in that same mindset. Like, look, I'm at this age now where I'm good with them. I'm good without them. And I can, be a great stepmama or figure out how we're going to do it.
Yeah, or I don't have to have kids at all. Mm-hmm. I am fulfilled in other ways through teaching. I've got a substantial following. Shout out to the Fro Babies family.
We about to get into that next. So on that note, listen, you guys make sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about Fro Babies in a minute. So you guys make sure we'll be back and the Millennial Mommies Club on Ebony covering Black America Podcast Network.
You are listening to the Ebony covering Black America Podcast Network.
What's up, mamas, and welcome back. We are again speaking with the beautiful Kanika in the building. We left off with the gently used baby daddies, so that's the hashtag gently used baby daddies. Please. But now let's get into your other endeavor, Fro Babies. Not only is it a place for us to go on and see our kids and see what's going on with the posts that you post of children, but also you have hair products for the babies. Get me into Fro Babies. Over 1 million followers and subscribers.
Yeah, I had to do a back to school PowerPoint presentation, and I Googled beautiful kids because I needed like some beautiful kids.
Yeah,
and I was going to be teaching in a black school, so I needed some black kids on the black PowerPoint for the black back to school night, and there were no black children
on Googling beautiful babies.
And so I scrolled for like 6 or 7 pages before I found a black child. So I then went down the rabbit hole of reestablishing a standard of beauty through positive imagery and ensuring that black children had a space to see themselves. Like I was going to write Google and get on Facebook and like kick up some shit,
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not effective. Oh, that dream I had, Fro Babies. I don't even know what Fro Babies is. Oh, I guess it can be an Instagram. And I'll just, next year when I got to do my PowerPoint, I bet you I have a picture of a beautiful baby.
Yes, ma'am.
It's kind of how it started. And it just started gaining traction. And
not only that, I love how you repost babies.
Yes.
Like pictures of them or families or just being able to have representation.
Absolutely.
That is key. And even the thought of Fro Babies made me follow it because I was like, my baby has a fro. My youngest, she got a little bit of I'm Mexican and black. So she got kind of the little Mexican, soft, like curly hair. But my oldest, it is a thick, beautiful, curly fro.
Yes.
And I didn't know how to maintain it. But when I went on your page, I saw there was moms doing their baby's hair. So I saw some tutorials on there. Where I'm like, oh, I could do it this way.
Absolutely.
Then I saw the products and I'm like, I need that in my house as well for my girls. Now, how does that make you feel, just knowing you are 1 million people are watching you and supporting you moving this movement?
I'm humbled. I'm appreciative. I know that I'm loved. And I love that there are other people that help me support and empower black children. Like it means a lot. I wish that when I was growing up, I had that. I mean, I had that in my home.
Yeah.
My parents, shout out to the Rents. They're great. But just, society wasn't as supportive of black children when I was growing up. And it means everything, Knowing that you're dope, but not like seeing that you're dope and not seeing yourself is a problem.
Yeah.
So it was a problem because we fixed that. We're not doing that no more.
And you know what I love the most? The fact that we're seeing it happen for them now in a lot of places. Gabrielle Union now has a line for food for kids. And not to say it's for black kids, but it's her taking a step as a black woman to be able to provide that. She has the skincare lotion for kids and things like that.
Absolutely.
So just you are now or been in that same number.
I still haven't wrapped my mind around the massiveness of the movement.
Yeah.
To me, I'm Kanika from Hampton, from Phoebus, shout out to Phoebus, small little area in Hampton, Virginia. I don't really get it. So when I'm out and people are like, excuse me, are you Fro Babies? I'm like, and they're like, I love them. I'm like, I'm them. Like, it's not a big staff. It's like me and just the preschool autism teacher doing my thing.
Now, go to the preschool autism teacher, balancing that and Fro Babies.
Balance, what's that?
What is it, right? What does that look like for you on your day-to-day when running this whole establishment over here, but also tending to those kids like you do?
I have had to become very mindful of self-care. I've always self-cared. I'm going to take care of Kanika. Kanika going to drink her water. She going to get a nap in. That's going to happen. Yes. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to play hard, but also work hard. I take breaks and I stop and I rest. And Rome wasn't built in a day. And I do what I can do, and what I can't do doesn't get done. And I'm at peace with it. Yeah. Nothing's going to happen before I need it to. And I move like that, and it's working out magnificently. I don't take on more than I can do. I'm not chasing a coin. I'm comfortable. I ain't rich yet. But if there's a gently used rich baby daddy, just wanted to,
had that shout out.
Yeah. I listen to my body.
Yeah.
Slow down and, something ain't gonna get done all the time, and I'm cool with that.
Now, I want to pivot a little bit to you being just like loving yourself so much. I be seeing you outside, sis. And there's no judgment. And you have a good time every time you're out. Women who may feel a little bit like, oh, I'm too seasoned, or I need to be in the house a little bit. What advice do you give those women who just need to get outside and have a little fun?
You should be the main character in life. Everybody else is the cast member. Do what the fuck you want to do. You don't get two of these things. Ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off. Don't hurt anybody. Evolve in the spirit of love. And have fun. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, I'm outside. Outside. Now, I go in the house. Now, I'll be in the house, too. I'd be in the house, but you got to have that balance. Like, life is to be lived. Life is to be experienced. And when I want to sit down, I sit my ass down. When I want to pop out,
I'm going to pop out.
I pop
out. Do you have any, this is a little deep and a little personal here. Okay. You have any down moments where you may look more so down in the perspective of kids? Like, I don't have kids yet.
No, hell no. I probably used to. When I was about 32, 35, I kind of went through a phase where it was like, and I would cry. But nah, I'm cool. The older I get, the more I realize the gift of time and space. And that everything that is supposed to happen is going to happen exactly the way that it's supposed to happen. And I love, if I want to take off of work and not go for 2 weeks, or if I want to, that's not what I do. Well, I have done that because I went through a major depression at the beginning of the year, whole nother story. But I just I'm cool with it. Yeah. At 43, I have to know that at some time, the body is not going to be able to do what it has to do. I am at peace with the fact that even if I meet this strapping man and we want to have a baby, they may say, shit, bitch, menopause is knocking at the door. You can't have kids. Do it. And I'm okay with that because I know that that's a part of womanhood, not being able to have kids. I can adopt, or I can just be the rich-ass auntie, the rich, fine-ass auntie. I am fine with that.
And you are kind of speaking to you are right there. I'm not going to lie to you, sis. You at the end of the millennial, like right there.
Don't never lie. Whatever you do, don't lie to me.
I ain't going to ever lie. But since you at the end of our millennial, now that is a point that we haven't talked about yet. So what does that look like for you all when it comes to freezing of the eggs or conceiving? Does it...
I'm not putting too much energy into that right now. I know I think my grandmother might have had a baby at 45. Like I still got some time. My body's good. I work out 5 days a week. My eggs are still egging. She good. Everything is doing what it's supposed to do. I haven't really I don't have to have kids.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't. I love sleeping in on Saturday mornings.
Every morning if you wanted to. You get to do it.
If I want to go, I can go. I ain't got to pack no bag.
You got a dog?
Nope.
No.
She died. Bless her.
Oh, man.
I love her. The Duchess was my girl. But after that tenure, after that time was up, it was kind of like, freedom is nice.
You play all day.
Freedom is nice, baby. And you know, freedom is free.
Yeah. I love that.
Let us free, honey. I'm fine.
Listen, you have been amazing with us today. I want to just thank you so much for coming on the show and talking to us, giving our moms who are dealing with children who may be on the spectrum just a little bit of insight and support.
Yes.
Also, the children who are in the classroom so they understand what's happening in the classroom and how you have patience with them for those parents. And honestly, just giving us your feel and your take on not having kids yet, but still being okay with that. Please let them know where they can follow you, where they can support you, where they can just be where Kanika at. Let them know.
Well, we've established that Kanika be outside, but I go back in the house as well. Fro Babies, FroBabies on the gram, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, FroBabies.com. And then we also have FroBabiesHair.com. Full line of products, shampoo, 2 conditioners. One is a rinse out. One is a detangling leave-in, moisturizing cream in a gel. And my personal Instagram is in the bio on Fro Babies page.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, mamas, I want to thank you all so much for just joining us for another episode of the Millennial Mommies Club on Ebony, covering Black America Podcast Network.